Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Seabreeze Rider channel. If it's your first time on my channel, welcome. If you're a return subscriber or viewer, thank you very much for coming back to it. Now, today I'm on my own, riding solo and working hard at home. And I've decided to just cover a few things before our tour. So I'm heading off to the bike shed in London just for a bit of scran, really, or scoff, depending on whether you were in the Navy or the Army. And while I'm up in London, I thought I'd have a look at a few of the war memorials up there and just do a little bit of adventure in London today when the sun's out. Taking the KTM 690 Duke. It's a nice little bike, just for running around. Doesn't need to. Bit of squeaky back brake there. Yeah, it's funny. It only does it very occasionally. I don't know what that's all about, but I won't clean them up. And if you've got any ideas of why I have a back squeaky brake, anything from a sort of a rise in the pads, maybe the pads need changing or something. Sometimes if there's a little bit of unevenness in the pad, you get that squeak, don't you? But can't seem to clear it. But anyway, not a deal breaker, is it? And yeah, so going up in London, just having a look around. But more importantly, I'm using, as I said in the last video, I had problems with the setup, and I've now gone to DJI Mic 2, which means no cabling, which is good. My little door I've got to put on before we go away to make sure it's all waterproof, and it just clicks into the inside. And I was watching Off She Goes, another vlogger, and she said it was a bit of a game changer, so I thought, well, we'll give it a go. I have got the Rode system, but it's not really compatible with the DJI camera, the Osmo 4, which I've gone over to, as you can see. Got fed up with GoPro freezing on me every ride, going through batteries like water. So yeah, sorry GoPro, but not a scratch on the DJI. Although in fairness, I do use it for the reverse camera on occasion. A 360 on today, but you know, I mean, they're not bad. They're just I think. Especially with motorcycle vlogging, you want everything to be absolutely perfect, and of course it's against the elements as well. So if we get a setup where stuff doesn't work, or there's an issue with the voice, you know, you're not getting any sounds as you're talking and describing stuff. It's a waste of time, isn't it? It's a waste of footage, and it really is annoying. So all of that is quite essential. So we'll be, say we, raw we again. I'll be heading into London down the A12, and first stop's going to be the bike shed. If you've not been to the bike shed in London, or you fancy going there, well, I'll do obviously a video of it, the arrival, where you park, etc. I'm not sad enough to video myself eating or drinking, but I've got plenty more footage when we're outside. Plus the fact I always think you come across a bit of a nutter, don't you? Sitting in a cafe, talking to your camera, sitting alone. I know in this wonderful age that we live in, people talking to cameras and phones is quite a common thing, isn't it? And everyone knows you're not as mad as a box of frogs. But I'm a bit old school like that, so I don't mind if there's two people there and I can get away with it. But sitting there talking to myself, that is a bit crazy, isn't it? Anyway, can't really say that anymore, can I? Not thinking of those that schizophrenics out there. I do apologise, but there you go. So as usual, if I see something of any interest, there won't be, I can assure you, having done this route many times, I'll get back to you. But so the next time will probably be when I get to the bike shed. So I'll speak to you soon. Okay, that was all the motorway work out. Now well and truly into London, approaching from the east, and I've actually popped on the Beeline navigation system. You can see it down the bottom. I don't use it often, so it's interesting to use it. I've got it attached to the KTM. I don't need it on the Triumph, purely because I've got a sat nav for that. So it says in 295 feet, I'm going straight ahead at the roundabout. There you go. Sorted that out. I kind of know where I'm going. I don't really need, but you never know. It's alright following your nose, but it takes a wrong turn, doesn't it? And also, especially when you're riding around London, most of it's 20 mile an hour, and then it will whack in a no motorcycle entry or something like that, or a bus route only, and you end up with a ticket. It's great. So many signs, unless you are familiar with a particular route. I fell foul of that, unfortunately, when I was going down Tottenham Court Road. I was taking Anne into London. She was doing a little locust visit. She wanted to take some photographs of an accident site. She was on the back, I was on the bike. I was riding the bike. Turned left into Tottenham Court Road, and there was nothing except me. And I'm thinking, this can't be right. I've missed something here. But lo and behold, no entry to motorcycles, only buses. So that was it. Got myself a ticket for that one. Nice. Oh well. Probably by the looks of it, we have a dust cart up ahead. So this is, I think this is Hackney Wick. Very nice houses, all tree-lined avenues, very nice. Got a bit of a bad press, Hackney, but actually some of the houses are really nice. And I always say it's not an area, it's the people, really, isn't it? You know, an area is nice, it's the people you put in it. So if the people start being nice to each other, then you've got a nice area. And there we have it. Okay, what's it? It says veer to the left in 0.1 of a mile. Okay. I shall veer to the left then. The sun is lovely today. It's a really nice day. I don't know if it's going to be like this all weekend, but make the most of it. but it's like everything else. Just got to wheedle your way round. In London, it's one of those things. They've closed so many roads these days that makes just travelling in a straight line quite difficult. But it is. Anyway, we are getting there. And the bike shed is here on the right, so if you are heading here, this is how you get in. And there is parking. You just ride into here, head all the way down into that cycle parking bay, which is quite nice, very convenient.
Headlights on the highway. If you only knew, being back here always makes me think of you.
When the world is sleeping, do you think of me? With the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty streets, you were all I used to know. You and I.
Okay, that was a very nice lunch, early lunch. I had to wait. The guy came up to me and said, when I arrived, you're about you're about 15 minutes early or 20 minutes early, but he said, but you can park up and wait. And that was very nice of him. So I just sat outside in the sun waiting for the cafe to open. So now we're heading into London now. Well, we're in London, but I mean into the Embankment area of London. Going to have a look at a couple of memorials. There's lots of up there, statues and that sort of thing. I always like to have a look at it, do a little review on them. Okay. Always a little bit hairy coming out of here because you're riding past everyone having their lunch. Very novel. Take a right here and head back towards the river. That's basically where we're going now. And shouldn't take us too long. Well, I say that, but got to go through Bishopsgate and through the city, which of course is quite interesting, but fortunately you can still get through the city, and then I would imagine we'll head over. Best way to do it is through the city, over London Bridge, take a right along Southwark and then head towards Blackfriars Bridge and then take the embankment on the other side and drop down. So this is Bishopsgate, going through the city. On the right hand side is Liverpool Street Station. And the Hamilton Halls pub, it used to be, I think, a massive hotel, all of that, for Liverpool Street in Victorian times. You can see the architecture is amazing. St Botolph's Church on the right. That's a Wren Church. I think it's a Wren Church. When I say a Wren Church, Sir Christopher Wren, after the Fire of London in 1600s, late 16, I think 16, I should really know it, shouldn't I? Fire of London, 1666, rings a bell. Anyway, after the Fire of London, which started in the city, Sir Christopher Wren was asked to build a huge amount of churches. And also the most famous of all being St Paul's Cathedral, which he did quite successfully. So there was a lot of churches known as Wren churches, as in Sir Christopher. Okay, we're going to take a left turn now. This is Southwark into Southwark Bridge Road. Watching cyclists. So going from south over the Southwark Bridge into the city. This is slightly easier than doing Blackfriars because I suppose you can do Blackfriars and drop down, but Waterloo Bridge extends into the centre of the West End and you can't actually get down onto the embankment, so this is probably the best way to do it. You've got the walkie-talkie building over there on the right, so called because it looks like a walkie-talkie obviously. And on the left, St Paul's Cathedral. Now, some wise person said you can always tell the wealth of a big city by the amount of building going on, or the amount of cranes there are. And at the moment, it seems to be quite a lot. So I'd suggest that London's wealth is doing quite well at the moment. Now, I don't know what who said it, but I've heard that phrase before. And over there is the Shard, you can see. This is Southwark Bridge, spelt Southwark but said Southwark. It's a little bit tricky to do the filter, as it's probably chock-a-block full of lorries and vans delivering into the city. And it gets a little bit congested, but not too bad. And then we'll do a left here. There's another Wren Church on the right. We're now heading towards Parliament Square along the Victoria Embankment. Now the first of the memorials is to the Air Fleet arm of the Royal Naval Air Service, which is on the right hand side. So I'm going to just find somewhere to stop and have a look at that one. And the bridge in front of me looking up is Waterloo Bridge. Quite a modern building. I suppose modern. It's been there since the 60s, 70s possibly. Yeah, Waterloo Bridge.
먼지 투성이 Hands are trembling right now, right now. Deep blue water sea, afraid of jumping in right now, right now. I'm better than in a song.
So we're just walking across to the memorial to the Fleet Air Arm and Royal Naval Air Service. There's a couple of memorials along here, it's quite a lot actually, so we'll cover them all. I particularly like this one because it's called Daedalus, from the Greek winged god. It was particularly spectacular. When it was first put into place, it did have actually gold leaf. It seems to have worn off though. I'm sure it had gold leaf, so you seem to remember, but it's quite an impressive, like I said, Royal Naval Air Service and Fleet Air Arm. To the everlasting memory of all the men and women from the United Kingdom and British Commonwealth and the many allied nations who have given their lives while serving in the Royal Naval Air Service and Fleet Air Arm. He rode upon a cherub and did fly, yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. Yeah, quite nice. Now I think the building to the right, I'm sure it's the Ministry of Defence, but might be wrong. And then this one, the United Nations. Korean War Memorial. Ah, Trenchard. Now, this gentleman was, I think, the Commodore of the Royal Air Force, but he was Royal Flying Corps, Colonel in the Royal Flying Corps, or something like that. But later he became Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, Trenchard, and was responsible for starting Hendon Police Training College. Oh, this is a new one. To Iraq and Afghanistan. I haven't seen this one, so this is quite nice. It's saying 2016, so there's a depiction of UK aid as well, so yeah, quite nice. Okay, head back to the bike before I get a ticket. It should be alright where it was. And there's a couple of more, there's quite a lot around here actually, huge amounts. Yeah, quite a lot of memorials all around here, obviously military and some memorials to those civilians lost in conflict as well. There's one round the corner which I'm going to have a look at, which I think was the Gurkha Memorial. I don't know if it's near here. So, going to head out that way, and then we'll have a ride back home. Should take about an hour or so, not too bad. Okay, so what we're going to do now, just had a look at the Gurkha Memorial just over on the right hand side. I love this part of London because it's so clean and sort of pristine. It's lovely. Just have to do a bit of a U-ey. And there's the Gurkha Memorial. Very smart Gurkha standing there in World War II dress. You can see it's a great position to be in as well. Like I say, the Ministry of Defence building there. Okay, into Horse Guards, or Whitehall I should say. Horse Guards Avenue this is, and then directly opposite you can see the lifeguards at the old palace. Now there's lots of videos of that. Now it's just I think offices, probably military, and where the guards barrack when they come unchanged, and the horses are kept and stabled on the other side. A few more memorials as well. Women of World War II, and then of course Downing Street on the right hand side, which is where the Prime Minister lives, and this is the cenotaph, which every year there's a massive parade and wreaths are laid. So we're just coming up to Parliament Square. I think if one of the films, I think it was Skyfall with Daniel Craig, ran along here chasing one of Spectre's agents. And then straight ahead you can see the Houses of Parliament on the left. We're going to go all the way round. Because I fancy popping, actually, Victoria Street. We could go to Buckingham Palace, couldn't we? We're not too far away. Nice to see lots of people back into London as well. You know, it's taken a couple of years to get to the tourist levels, but you know, this is the sort of time where people come to London. Weather's good in May and June and July. You know, it can be a little bit iffy, but and you can literally just walk around and see so much history in London. It's huge, and it's on every street corner. It's amazing. I mean, across there you've got Westminster Abbey, Houses of Parliament, and you've got the old Magistrates Court on the right hand side, and Parliament Street, all the statues. So Winston Churchill just sat over there. Fortunately there's no protesters around these days, which is nice because it makes it, although you know we live in a democracy so people can protest, but I just think some people just take it a little bit too far. It's my own personal opinion. There's Sir Winston. Looks like he needs a bit of seagull poo taken off him. Yes, we'll go round and left down Birdcage Walk. Now that's all part of Buckingham Palace over there, and the stables or the Royal Mews is down there as well. And they do open Buckingham Palace to the public. It's not open long, but Anne and I have been in there. It's quite nice. I suppose it should be. It's a palace. But we've been to the Royal Palaces in Madrid, and it wasn't half as nice. So, because it is still, you know, used by a king, whereas Madrid isn't. It's just a museum, really. Like a lot of palaces in Europe, because they don't have monarchy. But King Charles opens his home up to people. Garden parties are obviously, it's garden party season, isn't it? The old wedding cake on the left. Where's he going? No, not even looking. He would have been upset, wouldn't he? I'd have scratched his Rolls Royce. Yeah, a lot going on today. It's definitely garden party season. Yeah, so basically what the king does is does a series of garden parties, which you obviously need an invite, and it could be you've got an invite as a result of your service to the community through the military or through civil service, and you're recognised and asked. My sister went to one because she was a senior civil servant, that sort of thing. I've never been invited. Maybe my service is to vlogging one day, who knows. But that's why there's so many taxis. So, Constitution Hill. Is this Constitution Hill? I think it is. All beautiful around here though, I mean, stunning. So, if you've enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. We've got some really exciting, a really exciting tour coming up in a couple of weeks. Anne and I are off to Europe, and we're heading off to Austria, Italy, through France and Belgium, and we're doing the old mountain passes, lots of switchbacks and exciting vistas, that sort of thing, and we're packing for a 16-day tour, so that should be fun. I'm really looking forward to it, just getting out and seeing all those beautiful sights. I love the mountains. We ski every year, and I just want to get out there in the summer and do it. I'm really looking forward to it. That's of course if I don't die of the smog of London before then. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.